We came before the skyline knew what it wanted to be, before the $1 million postcodes, and we've ridden every Gold Coast wave since. We were just two brothers that had a vision. Now we're the longest standing real estate group on the Gold Coast. We are where sellers turn, who developers come to, and the name renters trust. We'll give you the keys to your first place, help you say goodbye to your forever home, and keep everything in order at your investment. Today, we're family run, family driven, and family proud. We're 4 decades deep, and the energy hasn't faded. We're still focused on today, still driving performance, still raising the bar. Over 35 billion sold, thousands of auctions led, in-room dominance year after year. We're an incubator of talent, a training ground for the next elite, where best practice isn't a buzzword, it's a benchmark. We lead with trust, act with transparency, deliver with knowledge. This is a business built on excellence, driven by experience, fueled by honesty, and focused on results. This is legacy in motion. So if you want a team that truly knows the Gold Coast, you already know who to call. Ray White Bell Group.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's a very exciting day for so many. And whilst it's exciting to be bidding on a property, there are a number of conditions of sale by public auction for real estate property here in Queensland that must be clear prior to commencing. You may also find these on the back of your bidder registration card. However, the conditions are as follows. Any person intending to bid must register their interest before making a bid. And the bidder must clearly display the bidder number signed to them by the auctioneer, as bids will only be accepted from registered bidders. The highest approved bidder shall be the buyer, subject to the seller's approval and the reserve price of any. The auctioneer may at his discretion refuse to accept any bids from any person, and no bid, if accepted, may be retracted without the consent of the auctioneer. No bidder shall advance a less sum or percentage at any bidding than the auctioneer is willing to accept. A bid shall be deemed to be accepted unless the auctioneer forthwith, after it has been made, declares his non-acceptance or dissent. If any dispute or difference shall arise to the highest bidder, the auctioneer may reopen the bidding and resubmit the property, commencing with the highest amount previously bid for the same, or he may decide on the highest bidder in such other manner as he in his absolute discretion shall deem fit, and his decision shall be final. Immediately upon the fall of the hammer, the bidder of the highest bid accepted shall sign these conditions of sale and purchase and forthwith pay the deposit required, and shall thereupon be deemed to be the buyer. Otherwise, the property may be resubmitted at his or her risk and expense, or submitted afresh to public auction as if the property had never before been submitted. The right to bid on behalf of the seller is expressly reserved, and the seller and the buyer agree to do all necessary acts and to sign all documents and papers for the purpose of transferring the property to the buyer. They also appoint the auctioneer as their agent and grant him irrevocable authority to sign all documents and papers necessary to form the agreement for sale and purchase of the property. A bidder shall be deemed to be acting on their own behalf unless, prior to bidding, he or she has given the auctioneer a copy of a written authority to bid for or on behalf of another person. The conditions then to apply are as contained in the Real Estate Institute's copyright form of contract and terms of contract for houses and land current edition, residential lots in the community title scheme current edition, and or any other contract of sale that has been on display prior to auction. At auction, the finance clause does not apply, and the building and or pest inspection clause does not apply. If applicable, the registered bidder acknowledges that they have been given or have seen a copy of Form 36 Notice of No Pill Certificate at the same time of completing these conditions of sale form. All bidders at this auction, and more particularly the successful bidder, shall be deemed to have been given and to have read and to acknowledge the disclosure statement under the Body Corporate and Community Management Act of 1997, which are annexed to the contract of sale by the virtue of the fact that they have been on display prior to this auction. The terms include a 10% deposit on the fall of the hammer and the balance in cash in 30 days, or any other such date or terms as specified by the auctioneer prior to the auction. Note, here in Queensland, in accordance with the terms of auction, no cooling off period will apply. The auctioneer may, at his or her discretion, during an in-room auction, elect to stop an auction and put on hold and continue with the order of sale. All auctions will be reopened to the public and either sold or passed in prior to the closing of today's auctions. We welcome you to today's auction. If you have any questions or any concerns, please make yourself known to one of our agents who'd be more than happy to assist you. Good luck and happy bidding.
I think we've got spring. What do you reckon? Come early. Often you get a last little dip into winter, but I think it's good. So it's a good day for real estate. We got a little bit of echo. Yes, a good day for. We're just testing a new microphone. So it is a good day for real estate. We go into spring, lots of activity. We see that right across the country now. Tenders are open, homes are on the upswing again. The success rates at auctions are on the rise and so on. So it says people are out and about and they're ready to be into their homes again. So great day for real estate. A couple of great properties to be offered here, but there's a couple of things I need to just cover with each of you prior to the bidding, and I'll just run through those quickly. First of all, under Queensland legislation, it is a requirement for anyone bidding to be a registered bidder. We've certainly made that known to everyone in advance, so we trust by now that those who are intending to bid have, in fact, let's get ahead of the game there, have already made their registration and so on. But if anyone's in the room have not yet registered, or anybody online, and we have a very large group online today, anyone online that intends to bid and have not registered, please do so right now, because I can't accept bids unless you are registered. It's just the law. I must see the bidder registration card with your first bid, so I know you are registered. From that point on, you just continue bidding without having to show it on every occasion. Also, we take it anyone bidding here today is bidding on their own behalf. I am aware somebody is bidding on behalf of a company, and that's perfectly okay, but we've got to register you correctly. So if you're bidding on behalf of somebody else, please let us know as well, so we make sure that we've got that clearly stated. Also, in the interest of clarity, I'd just make clear verbal bids or clear hand signals. I'll be calling for the amount I'm looking for during the course of the auction. A hand gesture acknowledging, or a verbal bid, best way to go if you could. I know for many people, it's either the first time they've been to an auction, or they haven't been for one for some time. So we've got members of our team here in the room, and for those online, we of course are connected to you by telephone as well, so that we are able to take instruction. But they're here to help you. We'd love to see you in your new homes, so please don't hesitate to call upon them, and we can just sit with you, stand with you, whatever you like, just to make the whole process as simple as possible. Also, there's reference in the legislation to Article 45, and that is about a no reserve auction, which simply means the highest bid gets it. We don't have any of those today. They all are subject to reserve prices. The sellers can reduce them if they wish to do so, but they are all subject reserve. Also, Form 2. Just started late last year, and I just want to make sure everyone's aware of it. We have provided Form 2s to everybody that has asked for contracts and so on. If you haven't asked for a contract and you're bidding today, then I would suggest you do ask for a Form 2. It's a really simple thing, but we'll take it that anyone bidding has already seen the Form 2. The Gold Coast market is certainly one that gets a lot of interest from all over the country, which is, I make that reference because we do have a lot of people online. We've got someone overseas, we've got people who are, I think Miami, isn't it? Yeah, we've got someone from Miami, we've got people all over the place. But they can't just come and fly here for a 10-minute auction. So we understand that, and of course with modern technology, everyone's online, folks, and we make it really easy for them to be able to bid by telephone. So as you see us reverting to telephones, it's either a seller or it's our buyers who just simply can't be present here. But all those in the room, lovely to have your company here today with us on this great, it is quite nice outside, isn't it? Yeah, it's been fantastic. If there's any delay, which I don't think will happen because we've only 3 properties on the program today, which is reflective of the market. It's really tight. There's just not a lot of stock choice. So we wish we could be offering more to you, but that's people are keeping their properties sitting on their hands. But if there's a delay, particularly the first 1 or 2, I might put on hold to the highest bidder, so we move on to the next auctions and then come back and complete any property that's on hold after, but I don't think that'll be a big one today. Contracts have been available right throughout the marketing campaign, as I mentioned. We're going to show a video of each of the properties just prior to the bidding, so refreshes the memory of those about to bid, and for those waiting for subsequent properties, get a bit of feel of the properties that are on the offer here today. And we got Jessie here today. Yes, no, she's not here. I was going to say our property management team are here for anyone looking to buy an investment today, and we can certainly get in and start helping get your properties leased very quickly. Having said all of that, there's nothing more to tell you. You saw the conditions of sale by public auction, so we're ready to get going with our first property. If we can run with the video, please.
Overseas investor liquidating. Built with a solid brick foundation and tucked away in a quiet cul-de-sac, this duplex is an absolute must-see for first home buyers and savvy investors. Featuring 2 bedrooms and light-filled open-plan living, plus an oversized 3rd bedroom or multi-purpose space with plumbing already in place, giving you immediate scope to add a 2nd bathroom and unlock instant equity. Ideally positioned moments from Churn Park's cafe scene, Harbour Town and Australia Fair, delivering great upside.
I'll tell you the hottest markets across the Gold Coast at the moment are Southport and Labrador. They're quite distinctly different. The surface of Southport here, of course, has a lot more unit development, and that's an attraction for lots of people who live in apartments and have the ease of not having yards and so on. But there's a craving to be in central locations and have a yard. This is a duplex, which just really fits the bill for people downsizing, don't want to go into a unit yet, so they're coming out of a bigger house into a duplex before maybe sometime in the future going to a unit, or people upsizing where they can't quite yet afford to buy the house, but they get themselves in a duplex. And this is a wonderful residential area. You can see no unit development through here at all, and it's just a lovely pocket. First home buyers, people, they more senior stage of life. It's just a nice place to live, and everything's so central now, and there's lots of kind of improvements that are happening right around this whole district. But it's one of the hottest markets in Australia. So this particular one has the 2 bedrooms plus that multi-purpose room, which most people would use as a 3rd bedroom if they wish to do so. It's in a cul-de-sac position, so nice and quiet. You don't have cars racing up and down the street. Nice if you've got kids and the like. And the beautiful thing is you can have a dog or cat, but you can have a pet, which you don't always get in most sort of apartment-style livings and so on. 2-car parking, which is great. Most of these would have only 1 car, so 2-car parking. So lots of positives on this particular one. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to see who's the lucky person who's going to get themselves into a great duplex. So let's start our bidding away today. Whoa, 5, 6, 600 up there. You got it. 6. 6 the bids up the top of the room. The highest was 6 now. 650 down here, the right-hand side, we're at 650 now. That's 650. That's 650. We go to 7 from there. We're 6. Oh, take 675 if you like. We're at 650 over here. We're going to 75 from there. We're at 650 now. 75. No. I'm taking 25s at this level minimum. We're at 650. We're looking for 75 from there. We're at 650 now. 75 you bid on from there. That's 650. It's up the front here now. Further bids on from there with 650,000. Calls over here on the right-hand side. And 75, you got it now. At 675. We're at 675. Take it to 7 from there. We're at 675. 7 we're seeking now. We're at 675. 7 back here in the front now. That's 700,000. Remember, this is on dirt. It's not up in the sky. You actually, this is a home. And so we're selling 1-bedroom units for more than this. But anyway, there we are at 700 now. At 700, the bid's up the front now. I'll take 20s if you like from here. That's 700. The bid's up the front here now. 720s you bid on from there. We're here in the front of the room at 700 now. Calling account at that level. At 700,000 we're bid once. Down here at the front at 700 we're bid twice. 3rd time now. And 20. 720. 20 the bid's in at 720. 20 back over this side now. We're at 720, looking for the 40 now. We're over here on the right-hand side. As I say, this is just moving slightly beyond a 1-bedroom apartment price bracket. At 720, the 40 with your next bid. You're down here on the right-hand side at 720. First time at 720. It's second call. 40, 740. We're back in the centre now at 740, new player. At 740. Down on the left-hand side at 740, and I'm keeping it at 20s at this level. We're 740 now. We're looking for 60 from there. That's 740. It's once. At 740, the call's twice. Third time now, it's 740 here on the left-hand side. Third and final time, at 740. I can hear 20 coming. We're at 740. I do know when people are on the phone, it's a little harder because you're normally with your partner and you're trying to get agreement on something, and then you've got to relay it across to us, and then it just slows the process down. So, and you're watching, and there's a split-second delay. I know that's technology. That's 740,000. Looking for 60 with your next bid. You've got 4 people, I think it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people on this. You can see why it's in such strong demand. This is the sorts of things that fit so many criteria, yet hard to find. It's 740. We are at 740 at the moment, yeah. So 760 is the next call. 740. We're sitting there now. We'll just give it a couple of seconds music for a moment while we're just talking to all our various parties. Just be with us a couple of seconds. They were all quick out of the block at the beginning, weren't they? That's scary looking at Claire dancing. Master of Ceremonies, Brooke, at the moment. She's wandered out, had a cup of coffee, and she's... We might have to put that on hold a moment for you, Brooke. Would you like that? Because you sent me... All right, I'm going to put that on hold. We're at 740, the bids over here on the left-hand side. We've got parties we can see are all vying, so just bear with us a couple of moments. I'll put that one on hold. We'll move to auction number 2, then we'll come back hopefully straight after auction number 2 and so we can complete that one. So running through the video now, please, for Paradise Island.
Positioned on the sought-after Paradise Island, this spacious one-bedroom apartment offers the perfect combination of lifestyle, convenience, and investment potential. Filled with natural light and designed for low-maintenance living, this apartment is ideal for first home buyers, investors, or those looking for a weekend escape. Enjoy resort-style living while being just moments from the golden beaches, vibrant cafes, restaurants, shopping, and the iconic Cavill Avenue entertainment precinct. Whether you're relaxing by the pool, taking a stroll along the river, or enjoying everything Surfers Paradise has to offer, this location truly puts the best of the Gold Coast at your doorstep.
You know, it was smile because we don't kind of think of it on a daily basis, but it's actually an island. It's like, how many people live on an island around the world? It's not that many people. It is actually an island. We've got Chevron Island, we've got Isle of Capri, but they're islands. And I think it's pretty magical. This one is just off the edge, and most people don't even know about Paradise Island. It's such a secret because we just scoot past the highway and forget that there's a turn off into this little enclave. And it's great. You know, multi-million-dollar homes are on the waterfront, and then this has got water frontage. It's just such a terrific position. I don't know, 7-minute walk down to the beach, I'd say, something like from there. It's got secure parking, so that's a premium in Surfers Paradise by any measure, be able to get your car off the road. So you've got secure parking. Here's a 1-bedroom. And then it's that central location. It ticks so many boxes, whether you're just wanting to get in the real estate market or you're looking for a good affordable investment. It's a terrific location and a great apartment. So ladies and gentlemen, in your hands for Paradise Island, apartment 223, 420, I'll go with that. At 420 bids on the left-hand side, at 420 we'll take it to 450 from there. We're at 420 now. Look at 50 back on the right we are at 450, 50, the call here, the right. 475, good, that's it, more like it. 475, at 475, let's round it up to 5 from there. We're at 475. Taking it to 5, get yourself into the marketplace, not 10 at this level. At 475, 500 is the minimum at this level. Let's just take stock here. We're talking about, we're in one of the hottest markets in Australia, one of the strongest markets, and we're trying to think we get in the heart of the city an apartment for what? 475? Seriously. Let's go over 5 from here. At 475, 5 the bids on the right-hand side, we're at 5 now. At 5, the call's in at 5, and I'll take 20s if you like from there. At 5 over here, the right-hand side, 20 back to the left now, 520. 20 we're bid in at 520, 20 on the left-hand side, we're looking for 40 with the next bid. We're here on the left-hand side. At 520, our interstate brethren will know that this is like cheap. How do you get it into a central 40, back on the right-hand side, we're at 540 now. At 540, bids on the right-hand side, we go to 50 from there. I'll take 10s at this level. No, but I'll take 10. How's that? I came down from 20 to 10. At 540 now, geez, if they go over 550, they'd be over the moon. Just give them a little bit. No. 50, we're back on the left-hand side. At 550, we go to 60 now. At 550 here on the left. We're looking at the 60 with the next bid on the left-hand side. We're at 550 once. At 550, and I'll take your 5s now, twice. Third time now, at 550 off here on the left-hand side. Third and final time. Are we all done, folks? At 550. We've got Shania, she's on the phone to our sellers, I believe. Just bear with us a couple of seconds. Well, 550, we'll get our instructions from there. Seller will take anywhere up to 45-day settlement. Get yourself into that before. You know what? You get yourself a jet ski. Everything's at your doorstep there. Can't go wrong. Summertime on the Gold Coast. I tell you, I was talking to someone the other day and they like winter. And I said, seriously? Just name something good about winter. Freezing. And I said, Gold Coast, you get in there, wake up in an air-conditioned house, get an air-conditioned car, go in an air-conditioned office, everything. Go wherever you go, it's air conditioning. Perfect. We're at 550 at the moment. A little jostling at the back there. We'll see if we're right to go back to number 1. Otherwise, we'll jump through to auction number 3 straight after this. And then we will have to go back to 1 from there. We're at 550 at the moment. All right, I'll give you a couple of moments on that. Auction number 2 on hold then for a moment. Lots of buyers, clearly. We only put them on hold if we think we're very close to being able to put the deal together and make everyone very happy, both our sellers and our buyers. So we've got 2 of those at the moment. We're going to jump through to auction number 3. Now, Scotty, would you be able to track down Brooke, because she's up. And she's just taken a wander, gone on Sopo, I think, from what I could see. All right, just make sure she's get her in the room. We've all heard the expression "a pocket rocket." It's usually not referred to. You don't talk about pocket rockets in basketball teams. They're all, 6'7" or 8 or something. I was just talking about you. Pocket rockets. Yes.
If we could please go back to lot 1.
I can.
Abbey Court.
Okay.
We just have a bit of a connection with overseas and
Yeah.
conferences.
Yeah.
So I said, look, we'll have to work with interested parties.
Okay.
And we'll
Okay. So you're just going to continue the negotiations.
Yeah.
So all right. So we're now doing auction number 3.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. That'd be 1. And that'll be the other one. Okay. I was a slow second too. So what we will do is we'll run first with the video if we could, please.
Introducing 1001/438 Marine Parade, Big Ara Waters. An entry-level opportunity on the Broadwater. This 2-bedroom ground floor apartment in Water's Edge offers ducted aircon, gas cooking, resort-style amenities, and a spacious courtyard. The ultimate coastal lifestyle. Combining location and sophistication, it's your front row seat to one of the coast's most desirable addresses.
Go down and have a look at it. It really is a beautiful building. And the broadwater's at your door, you know, like the ocean's okay, it's good, but just there, you walk along on the sand, you go for a little swim, you can throw the fishing line out, put the crab pot out and all that sort of stuff, just across the road. It's just perfect position. And of course, this is a garden apartment. So you've got this outside facility. You can have pets, which you know, it's a bit hard to do upstairs. So it's a great setting, got all the things you really would want to have. And it's got the resort size style. Oh, it's a great building. Yes. And of course, it's where it's all happening. It's all just going ahead in this whole kind of bigger waters, Labrador, Southports. You can feel the heat coming out of the ground. It's so hot around here. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're in your hands. We're on apartment 1001. And where do we start our bidding away now? Looking for the opening start. 550 up the top of the room with 550 now. At six back to the left-hand side at 6 now. Keep the 50 coming. At 600, 650. Oh, no, 650 minimum at this level. At 600 we'll be here for the whole day if we go. 650 back to the rear of the room with 650 now. At 650, take it to 7 from there. We're at 650 looking for 7. At 650, bids over here on the right-hand side with 650. Where do you go? 650. Bids on the right. All right. Oh, 675. Okay. Back over there. No less. 675 at 700 with the next bid. We're at 675. 7 back to the rear of the room where the opening start. At 7. Calls in at 7 now. Keeping the 25s from there. At 700. I'll go for the simple arithmetic 20s if you like. At 700. We're in at 700 now. Taking 20s on from there at 700,000. 720, made too easy, but there you go. At 720 and 40 is your next score. At 720, back on the left-hand side. We're 40 on the next bid. We're at 720 now. 40, back to the here, back to the start. At 740. 740, the bid's over here. At 740, I'm called once. Bid's down here. At 740, twice now. For the third call. At 740, for the third and final time. Where you go, folks. You've got to be the higher bidder to win it, so make sure you're clear. And I do understand we've got people on the phone, so I always give a little bit extra time because there's a slight delay with the communication by satellite. Sounds technical, doesn't it? 740 is where we are now. She's so slim because she's got to take that many more steps than us taller people. So we just go the big strides. At 740. Oh, let's give me a cup of cigarette, a little bit of music. Yeah, we're happy music. Oh. Okay, while we're back, while we're waiting for Brooke in there, we'll go back to auction number 2 on the program. And sellers asked me to place a seller's bid at 555. A seller's bid at 555, which I'm now placing a seller's bid at 555. I would suggest that's a little indication about where you might be able to secure the apartment. So we're at 755 at the moment, and I have to be clear that it is on a cash unconditional basis. I know we've got several people biting at the bit want to buy it conditionally. We can't entertain that unless the property doesn't sell under the hammer right now. So this is the opportunity for those who are unconditional buyers to secure it. Otherwise, you're going to be competing with the conditional buyers. So we're at 555, and we, of course, are on Paradise Island. I'm going to call account for the final time at that level. At 555 once, at 555 twice, final time at 555. Brooke, no, it's not. It's Shania. I'm going to live with you to complete from there. You must be
just about there. So I'll leave it to you to take it from there. And we are number ones now. A bit more music. We're just waiting for Brooke to be back in the room and let us know how we're going at 7:40 on Marine Parade. When they can't serve champagne till after 12. All our celebrative drinks. Just trying to work on a good music list, you know, like appropriate music. Hi, Brooke.
I've just spoken to the sellers.
Yeah.
We are looking at all negotiations right now.
Okay, leave you you're doing that one too.
Yep.
All right. Well, that brings our auction to a close here today. It was just too short. I wish we had a few more for you today, but there's just not much around now. You know, like we just so love being in this room and having fun with everyone and enjoying your company and so on. But anyway, all good things coming to an end, and that's the end of the auction for today. Thanks for your time, all of those online as well. Brooke will be in touch. We're obviously right on the finishing line with these properties, and they're just going to conclude those negotiations now. So if you're wanting to do anything, please be in touch with Brooke straight away and Shania, and we'll get someone into those properties quick, smart. All right, thanks for your time.